Hello everyone, I'm Tommy Andreasen. I'm a 40-year-old man who likes to draw ninjas, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna teach you how to draw a ninja, and I'm gonna try to make it easy for you. First, I would like to introduce you to my little friend Kai here. This is a scale-up version of the LEGO minifigure character. And what I want you to look at here is how he's basically built out of simple shapes. So what I'm gonna do is draw basic shapes to get the proportions right, and then I'm gonna add details later. But let's get to the paper. What I like to do is always start with the head. So as I said, the head is basically a square. And what you'll notice is I'm also drawing them a little crooked. And I'm gonna draw a leg here. So there's a foot there. I'm gonna make it more flexible than bigger. So there's the arm. There's another arm. There's a hand. Let's give him a sword. So there's the wrist guard. There's the sword. Now I've basically laid out my ninja here. You can see the proportions are pretty correct. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put this pencil aside, and I'm taking one that is softer, which means it makes a darker line. And now I'm gonna redraw all this stuff, but I'm gonna start it to put in some details. I'm just basically sticking to the shape I've already made. However, I am adding some twists and turns that makes up the shape of the ninja mask. I want him to have some motion. Let's go to the legs. Just adding just a little bend to it, because I think that makes it more dynamic. You want to show a little side of it, because now we are looking inwards to the leg. So I am just gonna add this little shape here and this little shape here. Now it has a little perspective to it. And what you'll notice, they kind of have this curve. So imagine that is your own hand. You see how the curve is here. And there's your sword. Maybe I'll just also add a bit of shoulder plate here. Now you see I basically just redrew what I drew in the beginning, but now it has more of a shape of a ninja that is in movement. I always like to draw this little thing where it's like flailing in the wind. That adds a bit of motion as well. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go over it really quick and add just a bit of details. First of all, let's start with the eyes. And obviously he needs a frown because he's a cool ninja. This is the way his shirt is held together now. I don't know what that was. And also there's the little belt part. Do a little buckle here. And now I'm kind of comfortable with this. This has enough details for me. I think he has a pretty good dynamic to him. He's ready to fight. If you have a line that you don't like, you can always just add another line and make that darker. The thickest line always wins. Now we've gotten this far. I want to make sure that we add just a little depth to it, because it's a very two-dimensional drawing. So I'm just going to draw a little sun over here. And that means the light is coming from behind him. And that means that the shadow will be on his left side. So let's start with the arm here. So I'm just going to start going up and down with my pencil here. And then I'm releasing the pressure as I am moving towards the right here. And that gives a very nice little feel of, oh yeah, that's a shadow on that side. And now that I've gotten this far, so I'm just gonna draw some weird shapes in the background here. I'll maybe add a line down here, like, all right, he's standing on the foreground here. I like to add a little grass here. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this. The takeaway from this is it was a fairly simple process. Just start by getting your proportions right by breaking it down into those basic rectangles and square shapes. And then you take the freedom in the next step when you're really applying your hard line. And that's it. I hope you found that inspiring. The really important thing is just to have fun with it. It doesn't need to be perfect or anything like that. As long as you like it, that's great. And remember, jump up, kick back, whip around, and draw.